Good evening, I'm Naya Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us at 6 o'clock. Tonight, the special session is in limbo. The state Senate is business as usual, while Republican lawmakers in the House have voted to arrest their Democratic counterparts who took off to D.C. KRHG News reporter RACHAEL ESPAILLAT spoke to a local lawmaker about this battle making national headlines.
Texas Democrats in the House are so determined to stop a voting bill which they say suppresses voter rights, they went straight to the nation's capital to fight it. Republicans, meanwhile, say the Democrats are turning their backs on Texans. Tuesday was meant to be a day filled with House of Representatives voting on a variety of bills in Austin, but that plan was derailed when more than 50 of the Democratic representatives were missing.
It was pretty disappointing that our colleagues would walk out on the citizens of Texas and not allow us to conduct our business.
The Democratic representatives left for Washington, D.C. Monday after opposing legislation that would ban drive-through and 24-hour voting options and further restrict voting by mail.
The bills, as written, makes it harder for Texans to vote and easier for partisan poll watchers to harass and intimidate voters.
The Texas Democrats are also demanding federal legislation to prevent bills like this from moving forward.
We are always going to push back against these sort of bigoted, racist, Jim Crow 2.0 style voting laws whenever you decide to bring them up.
In a 76-4 vote, representatives back in Austin voted to authorize the arrests of the Democrats who took off for D.C. LEMAN said opposing the bill did not warrant Democrats neglecting other bills on the table.
Let's make sure we put our heads together and solve the problem for the citizens of Texas. And you don't do that by walking out on your duty.
This special session is slated to go on until August 7th, but Governor Abbott says he will continue to call special sessions until the job is done. In Bryan, RACHAEL ESPAILLAT, KRHG News.
This isn't the first time that Texas politicians fled across state lines in legislative battles. The last time it happened was in 2003. Democrats were trying to block Republicans from redrawing congressional districts. More than 50 Democrats fled to a hotel in Oklahoma, and when the time for the bill expired, they came back. Governor Rick Perry later called a special session, and 11 Senate Democrats went to New Mexico. But after a month, one person returned and the redistricting plan passed.